All right, let's continue where we are off. So what the plan is, did I close my editor again? Or maybe I never reopened it. What I want to do is set this up. Nice break time visual game. Yeah, I think this is like the best break time visual game that we've got so far. Maybe we'll come up with some other interesting ideas for it too. Like another break time game. Then they can like swap back and forth and have like maybe launch a random one. That could be interesting. So I want to load up. So right now, let's verify that we have things. Nope, that's the wrong. Oh, this is platform with look. Trigger run. So we're currently at. We have the ability to win the game, but nothing happens when we click this, except we stop being able to move. That's fun. So I want to, when we finish the game, so not the level manager, but the loader, when this happens, we're gonna load in. We're gonna create a loader that just loads in that image, and that's gonna be it. Like, just tells it where to load that. So we can maybe create a. Actually, maybe this can be part of play, right? So it can be part of play here. The play loader could potentially listen to this event. Let's see what's going on here. So we've got update. No, I don't think that's a good idea. So this is gonna just listen to the events, and then based upon what happens, it's gonna go with it. So we want to wallet okay event if that. We're navigating. Okay, so if we're navigating to, we can do another if that event 1 equals event. So if we won, we then want to like actually do our thing here. So if we won, if we receive one event, we want to load up the, like, load any assets we want to display when the game has been won. Okay, so if we won this event, we need a loader for this again. So this is one loader. Okay, so we have our one loader there. What are you upset about? Oh, unused doc comments? Oh, documents doesn't generate documentation for expressions. Oh, for some reason I thought that would be fine. Guess you need to go in here. How did I get that? Okay. So we're gonna impl loader. I guess I could just do normal function. Pub function. Ash Fox rating with a party of 45. Welcome, 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 Ash Fox. And raiders. How's your stream today? We just did the Get the Asteroid game, so maybe let's try the other game. It's been a while since we've done that one. That's the Get the Streamer game. See if it even works. Ash Fox, how's your stream? What were you working on today? And everyone else, how are you doing? You tried building a Twitch bot in Rust with the help of a YouTube video of mine. Oh, how was it? Which one were you using? We're using the Twitch chat wrapper. I may have to go and take a look at that. I'm gonna open up your stream. I guess it's the video for it behind the scenes. Having some connections issues on Windows, so you didn't get very far. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see. Come on, open up there. Twitch/ash. Is it with an E? No. Ash _ not Twitter. Twitch, Ash. There it is. Cool. Okay. So that's cool, and I can go watch the last one. For anybody who was watching me, Ash Fox's Twitch channel is there. Go check them out. Oh, you're gonna continue tomorrow? Awesome. Did this run? Oh, it did run. Okay, so cool. This is a stream game that we made a long time ago. Get the Streamer game. Oh man, it's almost halfway over. We should restart it again. So the way it works is you all through chat can send commands with like #sword, #snake, #fire, and then a column to drop them into, and I'm gonna try to avoid them for as long as possible, or 2 minutes is our limit. So, well, that's great. Early loss there. Thank you, Chantilly. Have to remember what the commands are again for moving around, and then we'll see how long I can live. It's hash. Yeah, it won't let you deploy any of these things outside of the arena. With too many people, this gets pretty crazy pretty quickly. So yeah, this is all written also in GGEZ and Rust. Man, I'm in a corner again. This is not good. Okay. It's also fun trying to rechat while not getting killed with this. I have 2 lives left, so nope. Okay, 1 life left. Now I'm not good anymore. Yeah, and I have it with a point system, and the points are actually stay around. So I'm actually storing the points into a file on the disk drive. So that way, if you come and like play again sometime, there you go. Yes, I win. But we got points for all of you. So thank you everybody for participating. Rigged, I know. I'm sorry. I am happy that the game is still working though. So that there is that. Paid actors. I know. I'm a paid actor here. What we're working on today is a platforming game. And if I have like a I guess just like run self. If I just do that, I think we're good to, no, we're not good to go. Ooh, event has been moved. Because event doesn't implement. Copy and clone, I guess. So can I clone you? There you go. So let me show you what we've been working on. It's a platforming game with a built-in level editor. We haven't really got very far in the level editor part, and I can play it on the controller, unlike that last game. So go to play. We've been experimenting, like this is a learning project, so I learned how to like actually select back and forth. We're using a custom ECS library that I wrote live on stream here. So if we go to introduction here, we have a camera following our main character. I can jump. We have a ending flag right here. When I cross over it, it sends a end like that we won event. I can't actually stop myself now because I don't have any friction set on this yet. And what I want to do is when that end event gets hit, we put some kind of you won message up on the screen. And then later on, we're going to add an entirely editing system where I can like hit a button and go edit the level and change things around. And then we're going to see whether or not it's fun and whether or not we should lean into it further or do something else. Okay, so what are we doing here? I want to run this loader, this one loader. So we need the world, which means it needs to be a mutable reference to our world. And then we're going to just create and like put an image in a specific position. So I guess like we know that this works here, so we're just loading it in. All right, that seems pretty easy for this. We'll do an insert into world, new. Oh, you need to return a result. Out of curiosity, how many of you are familiar with Rust? Okay. This does not need to have an acceleration or affected by gravity, or it's not a camera. It's not the end. It doesn't need a height. It does need an image name. So we do have image names. Image name 1 to string. Okay, so after that, don't need a name. We do need a position. So that's gonna be a point. New. Let's just set it at zeros to begin with and sort of like see how we feel about it. Not any of these things. Okay, and then we're done. So that's really all that's going to happen in here. So in mute, if the event 1 happens, we're going to do self dot one loader dot run, pass an immutable reference to the world, and we're good to go. So let's run this again and see if that image shows up somewhere. I wonder if it's going to be off screen, because I put it at 0, 0. Or maybe it doesn't show up anywhere, possibly. Let's make sure it's actually, let's like debug, make sure that we're running this. So loading when image into the world. Oh, well, that would do it. So I'm not getting this down there. So this function isn't running. That's a problem. So down here, if let event 1 equals event. Now I'm cloning this event. Is that a problem? It shouldn't be a problem, because that should still be just like the one event. Oh, wait. I know why. We need to subscribe to the event. So event 1 to string. We need to actually subscribe to the event to actually receive the event. So I'm using a pub subsystem with channels. So that way we only get like things are less set for themselves. Okay, so we're getting the loading win image into the world. That isn't, let's see, that did not display for us. Now in our entities, so we have a system for displaying where is this? It's like draw. Platform. Is it camera? Yeah, okay, so here's draw entities. Draw entities. Okay, we're gonna get okay, we use the image manager. We get that out. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're getting position, width, height, and image name. So the way that ECS works is I query for these things. If it doesn't have all these, that's not the entity that I want. So I need to make sure I add a width and a height to this as well. I only have a position and image name. So back to our one loader, we have a position and image name, and we need to set a width. What is it using? Like, what is it using this width for? To figure out exactly where it goes in the world. That's what it uses the width and height for. So do I want to set? I think I do want to set what the actual width is. I think the width is 800. Height, I think I set this to be like 600 for some reason. Now let's see if this works. There it is. We get you win on the screen. Now that's starting at like essentially 0, 0, I believe. So yeah, starting at 0, 0. I can find the maybe like in the world we can query for and get the position of the end. So get the end. Let end equals if let, this could be sum end equals, oh, query end. Query end, pass it in just a reference to the world. If this runs, we have a problem, so I'm gonna return an error here saying could not find end in the world. And so now we have this end game entity, which means I can get the end position and like set that as the position here. So let's do let our position equals point new. For our x, I want the x to be just like basically the middle part of the flag above it. So let's also get like a width here. So width is equal to 800. So you are, let's see, it's gonna be our end dot position. We have to borrow it because it's a smart pointer. Then we get our x, and I'm subtracting half of our width. For the y, I want the y position of the end minus like maybe double the image, essentially. So this is gonna be end position borrowed y minus, let's just try height. So then you are going to be position, and you going to be the width, and you're going to be the height. Let's try this again. Now for that image, like I'm using the image now because I couldn't get text to work. Okay, so that's showing up there, showing up like closer to like the far left side. Oh, it's because I don't want, I wonder if I just want to set this to be the location of like the position of the like what we have here. Like what if I didn't do this? Like what if I just set you to the position of the end? Okay, that's fine. For that, I then want to move you up. I want to move you up by maybe like double itself, or like maybe my own height, or half the height maybe. So minus height divided by 2. So yeah, we tried a long time this morning to get text working with this, so I could just have, well, text like this in there. And unfortunately, there's a bug in GGEZ that won't let me do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to settle with you in here like this, and we can now win the game. It's like, yay, okay, we can win the game. There's no errors. So let's close all of these down and we can win the game. And as a player, we can now finish the level. Something else that I think is really, really important to do this is not done. This is done. I kind of want to make it so that when we stop pressing forward, there's a friction that's applied to us. So when we're running, there's a friction. So I guess this would be horizontal movement is slowed. Maybe it would just be when running, the player slows down and eventually stops. That way, when the game ends, the player stops instead of just sliding on forever. Okay, so running, player slows down, eventually stops. Let's figure this out. So this is going to be a friction system, I think. We need a state of the player, which we have that. So in our system manager, we're going to have a new system. This is going to be apply friction system. Okay, so we're gonna have a pub struct apply friction system. I don't think we need to store anything away here. So I think this is gonna be pretty simple for us to add in. So apply friction system is apply gravity? No, apply friction system. And we'll store that away. Now we're going to want to have a run function on this. We're going to need to take in the world. It's going to be just a reference to the world. It'll be fine. To return an error result. Okay, so we need the player. Player equals query player. Get the player out of here. No. This is going to be, hold on. What am I doing? Equals. If let sum player equals, here's where the query player is. Pass in the world. If the player does not exist, then we don't want to do anything that means we're not playing. So we just return early. Okay, so we now have our player, meaning that we have our state. We have the player state. So if player dot state, we can unwrap you. So if you're equal to guess this is gonna be entity states. Entity states standing. Okay, so if you're standing, then I wonder if I'm gonna want something like entity state running, where like if we're moving right, like running right, running left. And then maybe that would like move out for like the actual running graphics, which we haven't figured out yet. Okay, so we have this entity play as standing. Okay, so if we're in a standing mode, I want to now apply a friction. So that means I want to get the I want to get our velocity. So let's grab that out. So it's player velocity. I think there's gonna be like a coefficient, like a velocity. Coefficient of no, that's coefficient of, that's drag. Might be something else. Okay, so we have player velocity equals. This is gonna be our player dot velocity. We unwrap it. We borrow it. And then I dereference it, and that's gonna copy out. So now I have a player velocity here. So I really don't want this to be the player velocity. This is gonna be our friction force. So then I want to reverse the friction force. So friction force dot multiply scalar -1. Then I want to normalize it. Then I want to scale it up by whatever amount of friction it's gonna be. So like the coefficient of friction. So that's almost gonna be something in here. Or that's gonna be something that's inside of, it's gonna be something inside the world. So let's actually go into resource names. I want friction. Head back into the main library. And we're going to add a resource for friction. I don't know how much to add in. Let's try 0.5 and just sort of see where that brings us. Okay, so if we have a player, then I should be able to get the friction out. Actually, I don't care about doing that unless we are in the standing state. So we get our friction force, and then we're also going to get the like the coefficient of friction. And this is going to be get F32. Friction as ref. Okay, so now I have that. So then I've normalize, and then we're going to do a friction force dot multiply scalar by this coefficient friction. Then I want to add it to the player's acceleration. So player dot acceleration unwrap plus equals this friction force, which means you need to be and unwrap, and we're gonna borrow. Okay, back to our mod here, and when we update self dot apply friction system run pass it the world. So does this mean we're gonna slow down and stop? So I can move very, very slowly. That coefficient of friction is actually making me go backwards. So coefficient of friction is maybe just a little bit too strong. I'm gonna come back up here and we're gonna update that. Let's make you 0.1. I mean, I can move, it's still very slow. So there's a couple different things, like I can increase my move speed. Oh, look at this, my player move speed is 0.1 and my friction is 0.1, so that's not gonna work. So what if I like increase my move speed by just a smidgen? And you're 0.08. Okay, this feels pretty good. I did win there, so let's make that flag farther off to the right. So what I want to do for that, that's in the level. Specifically, that's in mod. So it's like what level? Mod for level. There, mod for level manager. Here's the end. It's at 4. We have 100 to the right. So I think I want to do something like be 25 to the right. So now we can move pretty fast. And I slow down. It's like we move really, really fast when we want to. Maybe we want to cap our speed. Capping our speed might be a good idea. And I wonder if I want to do that. Let's see, this could be like the max velocity. How would I want to do that? Because getting the, let's see, do I have like any kind of clamp on point? Which is, we can go find that out in GitHub. So here's this BBECS library that we're using. So in data types, we have point. So here's this point that we've been using. It's just a custom made. It's in this other library here. So I have to array add. I do have a clamp. Okay, so I have a clamp with a max and a min. So in our systems, when we move player, update forces, we probably want to clamp the forces. Like, what's the max speed that anything can move? So before we update the position, we need to clamp the velocity. So velocity borrow mute dot clamp. And then our max and our min. Feels like weird. I probably should have done it as min and max, right? I don't know what this should be. We could try it like just 10. And like -10. That actually doesn't feel bad now. I'm able to, it's like moving fast, but it's not moving too terribly fast. I can't jump over the flag. I don't have a high enough jump force. And now that is how long it takes to stop. So we probably want to stop a little bit faster than that. So my apply friction system, let's see, we want to update our friction coefficient to be like just shy. So let's try 0.0 like 1.12. That's not bad. Okay, that's still pretty long stop. Zero dot like 1.9. I'm very slow takeoff time and very quick stop. So like there's a tweak here. Oh, that's hilarious because I'm only applying a friction. So I've just made it so that jumping is the fastest way to get anywhere. And when I'm not jumping, it slows down instantaneously. Hirose rating with a party of 14. Welcome, 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 Hirose. How are you doing today? What are you working on? We did the Get the Streamer game last, so let's do the Asteroids game this time. Will the game feature battle royale at some point? I mean, it could. There's a slight possibility that is probably a rounding error to 0. That it could, but no, I'm not. I'm most likely not going to. Aren't battle royales done? Like, isn't that like played out? All right, everybody. Hirose, how was your stream? What are you working on today?
Reinforcements have arrived.
You like the flocking animation in the terminal background? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've got that right above me. That was one of the first things we built with this this ECS library. All right, so this this game is chat interactive. If you chat, just say anything at all in chat, you spawn in to this game. And if you set your color, okay, it didn't die. I thought I died, but I didn't. Then you're gonna come in and you can actually set your strategies. You can only come in once though. You can't come in multiple times. And then you can set your strategies by just saying whether or not it's going to be like UFO or asteroid or random. Those are the 3 firing strategies. I usually just stay in the middle and hope that I survive. It gets really crazy really fast in this game. We have the difficulty level set pretty high.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, Petzerox, thank you so much. I don't know how I didn't. Oh no, okay, died there. 3 lives left. Okay, 2 lives left. There we go. 1 life left. And that's it. We got to level 6. The highest we've gotten to is the level 11, which is just absolutely insane. But I think we had at least 50 people, 50 platforms all firing to sort of help out with that. But yeah, these are the types of things that we do over here in this channel is we build interactive experiences, mostly with Rust. So let's see. We are working on whatever this should be. So like we have our player move speed is 0.2. That's getting added in. Oh, it'd be nice to have the bullet colors set by the user's color too. Oh, that could be good too. Yeah. Let me add that in as an issue. I don't even have asteroids here. Let's add this in. Have that here. There's my code. Playground. No, not playground. Oh, wrong code. That's why. Documents. Code. Oh, it's in a Rust workspace. That's why. Having this workspace. There we go. So I want to add in a new issue. So make bullets the color of the chatter's Twitch chat color. Let's see. Your square is just like chilling. Was it not firing? Was it at the edge? Maybe like there might be a weird bug in there. I couldn't see. Vim may not be to my liking, but what about Vim written in Rust? Wait, is there a Vim in Rust now? I know that mvim has been the thing for a lot of like Rust developers. So Helix. A NeoVim inspired editor written in Rust. Okay, nice. How ready is it to use? Maybe I'll add this to my things to check out. So where is that? Did I close it? No, you're over here. Sure, it could be a project. Inbox, add this as a project in. Check out, what is this? Helix. Check out Helix, add in a, don't need you. So copy you. Yeah, create bookmark. So check out Helix. There it goes. Then that could happen in the future sometime. It was made public 2 days ago. Okay, well that would explain why I haven't heard of it. Oh man, if they support Vim scripts and allow you to use any of the Vim plugins, that would be pretty insane. That would be pretty amazing. Now, so player move speed and like a friction force. I'm not exactly sure when I would want to like what these numbers should be. I guess if I do something like player move speed is like 1, like you're really high, and our friction is also really high, like 0.9. But let's say we have a maximum move speed. So we want, if we do that, let's have another resource names. This is gonna be max velocity. And our max velocity, let's try, I have no idea what our velocity is like right now. Maybe we can try 5. Which means we can go into our update forces here and grab the max velocity out. Here. And then here we're going to clamp you to a negative max velocity and a, no wait, max and min. So min is negative max velocity. There you go. So let's try this. Play. Okay, I'm not moving too fast. I can jump. And I stop almost immediately. Maybe that's like a little bit too fast. Interesting. It doesn't slow down until I hit. But I can still do that. But like, okay, I can see this working. I can also see us maybe slowing ours down, like slow the roll on the friction. Let's see, that's the main library. Eva, you want to make a game, but you suck at math. So depending upon what kind of math you suck at, that either doesn't matter too much or it matters a whole lot. For like really simple stuff, like basic matrix math is like all I really need for this, and that's just knowing things like, okay, if I have a point like with a coordinates with x and y, if I add the two of them together, that the x from one gets added to the x of the other, and it's not that hard. Yeah, exactly. Unix Xelox. The trigonometry will get you really far. There is a book that I have that got me most of the way, where almost everything that I learned. There's a couple more things I learned later on, but it's not necessary to get started. Nature of Code is an excellent book that you could read in order to sort of like get started on this type of like movement. And that book uses processing as the language. You could also program that in P5.js or just do the exercises in whatever you want. Let me grab the URL for that because you could read that for free online. Actually, I have that right here. So Nature of Code book is free online, and it goes through all sorts of cool exercises. You can also buy a copy if you want to support. It's written by Daniel Schiffman of the Coding Train. So he has a YouTube channel which he does a lot of live streams on. So it's pretty awesome. I like it a lot. Yeah, you won't really need like even basics physics simulation type stuff, like really basic physics simulations. You still don't need calculus. It's more when you want to do super realistic physics. But if you just want to get like just physics that kind of sort of work, like the physics I have here, I have gravity. That's really just a number pulling my character down. So that's just addition. And let's see. Then up force, like when I jump, I'm just taking my velocity, which is really just a number that's saying like how fast something is moving, and just saying, hey, your upward velocity, add this large thing to it, and suddenly you're moving upwards. And that's kind of what it is. I am not doing anything like simulating like lowering the knees and then extending and then the force against the ground and pushing against the ground, and ground pushes back and that's why you go up. Not doing any of that. And there are some really great, like depending upon what game engines you end up using, there are some really great physics engines built into them. For example, I've heard like pretty good things about Unity's physics engine is a great place to get started because there's a lot of like graphical stuff you could do, so set it around. Godot has a similar one. Unreal has a similar one. Depending upon how much programming you want to do, you might want to look at Game Editor or Game Maker, I think. And then let's see, what else is there? There's the Proton. No, I can't remember what the one for JavaScript is going to be. It's but yeah, there's tons of game editors that have physics engines built in that do all that hard math behind the scenes. All right, let's see. Where are we doing? We just added okay, we're playing around with this friction to see if we can get it to look right. So right now I'm going from 0 to 100% really fast, and then I think this is working out pretty well. We stop pretty fast, but this allows me, like, if I want to go to an edge, I can go to the edge and I stop and then jump. Now I don't get friction applied to me based upon this. You want to check out Godot? Yeah, I want to check that out too. It's something that's on my list, and I might check out sooner than later after this project is done. Because there's some pretty cool, amazing things about it. For this present, I kind of want to like stop doing this if we're standing. I feel that it might feel better if I'm just doing friction all the time. And let's drop this down like by a little tiny bit more. So let's do 0.3, and I want to increase our gravity to maybe like 0. Maybe you could be like even 1.0. Okay, what did I screw up? In here, this if Semicolons help. Movement is jittery now. That's I think I'm like going faster than I need to, then I'm slowing it down, and I think there's weird stuff with that. So I think I'm moving too fast. I think gravity is too high now. My frame rate is fine still, so it's not frame rate. And also I can't jump anymore because jump is too, so gravity is way too high. So gravity. Do I have a fixed delta loop? Well, only kind of. Right now I do only because I have, what is it called? VSync on. So VSync is turned on, so I'm stuck to the 60 frames per second. I'm bumping into grass blades. Yeah, that's totally what's happening. Let's do 0.5. So VSync is on, and then I'm setting my update loop to 60 frames per second. So it's pretty much the same with only like 0.001 milliseconds off for the most part. So therefore it should be smooth in that way. Let's see, gravity there. Our jump force is like 1, so that's like half of that. So I might want to do something like 2. Friction, we might want to turn you back down to 0.1. Let's try that. Tweaking these numbers is like super fascinating for me because I still don't have, like, I don't have any. Oh, there's my jump. It's a cute little jump. Okay, so I can move. This feels pretty good movement wise. Stopping is not too bad. I can maybe bring my friction up to 0.2. My jump force needs to be way higher. Okay, let's try this. Okay. I need way higher jump, like really large jump force. Okay, so let's try 25, 5 times the jump force. This should get me sky high. Really? That's still hardly anything. Jump force. You're 500. If I'm not flying off the top of the screen, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I applying the jump force? Am I reading that resource? Like, now I'm concerned that this jump force isn't being used. Okay, so jump system. So we're getting jump force, and okay, so we're getting the jump force. We're setting it to be a negative for this, okay, and then we're adding that to the acceleration. Okay. Is the jump force being zeroed after the first tick? I know the acceleration is being zeroed after it gets added to the velocity. So this should add it to the velocity properly. Oh, you know what I think that the thing is that I'm topping out. I'm the weight. I know the rabbit's weight. I think my problem is I'm topping out my limit. So our max velocity here is 5. If I make this 10, let's say, because I think actually this might be my problem. There, look at that. Okay, so you can jump up. That's not bad. Can't move. Oh, I can still jump, but I can't move anymore. So that's cool. I don't have any system to like do anything once I'm in this state of the game. Like, yay, I won, and you know, quit the game. But okay, jump actually feels good now. That's good. Now the camera system is kind of not great. Where do I have the camera and how far down it is from the bunny? I think that's in play. So we have this camera here. Set its position. Set, yeah, it's a camera. No, this is exactly in the middle of the screen. Now to publish it on Epic Game Store. Yeah, definitely. Wait, Epic is the one that actually has minimums for quality, right? So Steam, we're gonna go for Steam. Also, I can probably get onto the Windows Store because nobody cares about that. So this is in the camera. Update camera position. Okay, so look at this. Update camera position minus 415. I think I only do like half of this. I don't know why, like what this number is. So you're a smaller number now. Okay, play. So here we are. You can jump. We're following our little bouncy boy. Now the big thing is like the camera can be tweaked forever. I don't want like the point of this experience is not really the camera system. It's also the reason why my UN is so beautiful and wonderful. Stand-in art is the best. But okay, we've got to this point. We can complete the game and we can jump properly. Let's take a look at our issues. First of all, what did we do here? So we can jump properly now and stop with friction. And then here, okay, so we slow down and eventually stop. Now, when the level is finished, pressing start takes the user back to the level select screen. Oh, also, when the player wins, play a sound. That might be more fun to do. I do need to find a sound for this though. Let me see if I can find it over here. So YouTube has this audio library where you can get sound effects, and I want ones that is duration is shorter than 1. Yeah, so all the sound effects have been found from here so far. So I don't know what I want to do. We could also do my voice. That's what I did for the Asteroids game. That could be interesting too. It's like, you win, congratulations. They have the craziest sound effects here. Let's see. We're already using a wooden baseball bat. I guess, you know what? It doesn't have to be that short. I do want it to be less than maybe 10 seconds. Is there win? Oh, maybe like applause or trumpet. Oh, Crouchy, you submitted some links and Nightbot stopped it. Let me take a look at what those were. It doesn't have all of them. Has been done by scuffedgames.biz. I don't know that site. Is that like a site for audio? Sorry about that. Hopefully it should be like a short timeout for that. And yeah, you're back now. Let's see. Congrats. Like, what am I even looking for here? Like maybe something like some celebration. Battle crowd celebration. Okay. What do you think? Should we just use battle crowd simulation? That also feels like around the 10-second mark, everybody got really tired and they don't know, like, but they still know they have like 16 seconds left to go, and so they have to force themselves to keep on celebrating. But that's what it feels perfect for this game too. What's this? Okay, yeah, we're gonna use battle crowd simulation, celebration. We can't not use that. This is also gonna be the longest sound I've ever used. Okay, so you've downloaded. Okay, so you're over there. Okay, so in resources, you come over here and well, also go into our README. Okay, so end game sound is .mp3 from YouTube audio. Rename you. End game. Or I guess it's not in-game sound. This is like win game sound. So win game sound. Okay, so win game sound. Win game sound. Okay, so I do have an audio manager. So audio manager. We're gonna have our event receiver. Okay, so we have the event receiver. We're going to also subscribe to events 1. I know 2string and 2owned are the same, or they're not the same, but they're equivalent. They would both work. Okay, so if I do that, then in run, we get this one. Okay, so if we win, we need to store in the sound. So then we're gonna say let 1 equals source new context. And this is win game sound MP3. So we're gonna have, I guess, like one is a source. So we store in one self.1 dot play. There we go. Okay, so I think just doing this by listening to an event, we should immediately have that entire sound, the entirety of the sound, play as soon as we win. So let's find out. Here we go. I love that it just cuts off at the end too. Okay, so that was a little loud. That was about as loud as my voice. So I want to tone that down just a teeny tiny bit. I think we can do that. So one dot volume. Okay. Thank you. That was like what happened? How did I win again? I guess like I had the game still running in the background and it looped the audio. So I need to make sure it plays once. Okay, so we need to set the volume. Oh, that gets the volume. So I want to set volume to be a value. So let's do like 0.5. So half the volume dot. Oh no, I can do that up here. So we have one. Let's set this to be mutable. So one dot set volume to be like 0.5. One dot. We can also set fade out. Set.repeat is false. One dot. I can set fade in. Pitch, query, interval, repeat, and volume. Huh, I can't set a fade out. A fade out would be pretty cool. But okay, so if I do that, and now we just one dot. There's play detach, play later, and play in. So let's just try play again. Let's do this again. Now it should be much quieter, but all the other noises should still be the same noise. Now those are still pretty high, so like I might want to reduce those down. This is no. Okay, maybe it's slightly low in volume, but this is still pretty loud. Okay, so how does that work? So I have one set with this source. Here, source. so this gives me a source. Huh, interesting. Okay. Now there's a trait here. Okay, so an audio trait information, sound source maybe. Okay, here's this. Okay, sound source. Sets the volume. That doesn't tell me what the volume can possibly be. Plays the audio source, restarts the sound of currently playing. Okay, that's fine. I can also do spatial audio source, but set volume didn't seem to do anything at all. Or if it did something, it was like very, 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 very subtle. So this is, okay, this is a sound source. I want to set the audio to be, let's try to make it like really quiet. Like set volume to be like 0.01. And repeat is false on 1. Here we go. Okay. Wow, that's a that is a small number. So like 1 is 100%, but the percentage doesn't seem to like change that very much. So I think I want to turn all the volume down a little bit. Where is that? That is you. I want to set all of these volumes down. It's like mute 1. So let's just set volume. It's gonna be like 0.0 like 2, 0.2 maybe. So then we're gonna have menu select is this one. You're gonna be immutable. So we can do menu select dot set volume is volume. Then we have menu navigate. Set volume. Volume. And then you are also going to be volume. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's see if it's the right volume now. I like that more. It's about halfway. It's a little bit over the music that I have. Because if I turn on the music again, oh, the music is around where the same amount is. So I might want this slightly higher. Okay, let's try that. You're gonna be 0.35. There, okay, that's slightly higher. How does that feel to you all when I have the music on? That's still full volume. What's going on there? That's menu navigate. Are these just not very well balanced sounds? I think they're not very well balanced sounds. So I don't think I can just do like one sound. I think for each of these, I'm gonna have to set these. So menu select would be like 0.4. This one has to be like 0.2. A win game sound is gonna have to be like 0.2. All right, let's try this. That is really loud. Okay, so that's menu navigate. Actually, this might be the opposite. It might be 0, 2, and 4. That dropped it down by like not very many decibels. So I think you are 0.1. Okay, that's much better, but maybe slightly lower. So 0.08. Is this decibels? So it goes negative? Okay. I think we're good there for this sound. And then that sound needs to be increased a little bit. So then you need to be like 0.5 or even 0.6. Okay, I think that's better now. So if there's any indication of 0.08, I want to now set you to 0.08. That's what our yelling people are gonna be. Let's now complete the game. See how it is. Okay, I think that works, and it works beautifully over the music too. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so that is this done now. So when player wins, play a sound. There it goes. We are no, that doesn't go in here. We are playing the best sound possible. Yeah, I know there is a little bit of drift to the left. When let's add in a, let's see. We should there we go. We have a bug. Okay, so small amount of velocity drift when after winning. Steps to reproduce. Win the game. What happens? Player starts drifting back to the left slightly. What was supposed to happen? Player stops completely. Okay, so that. I don't really like, this is not too bad, so it should probably be taken care of, but doesn't need to be taken care of right away. All right, so cool. The I could also just mark this as a feature, and I am successfully replicating Nintendo's controller drift problem in software. So, how much is Nintendo worth? Like, couple 100 million, right? This game is worth that. What? Okay. I guess I'd actually need to mark these here. So, slow down. Happens. The drift is part of the lore. Yeah, Bunny has a head injury, and ever since then, just slightly drifts to the left, just a little bit. Can't help himself. Maybe that's our story. We're trying to run to the end of these levels to like get some potion that will cure ourselves of our slight leftward inclination. There we go. So inner ear infection equals drift. There we go. So I think our idea here is that whenever I make games, whatever bugs that I have don't get fixed, they just get integrated into lore. It's not even like some of those games, they're like, oh, we're just gonna ignore the problem and hope that nobody notices it. No, we're gonna like draw attention to it. There's gonna be an entire big huge like thing about it. We'll probably have like a boss fight where you're gonna have to use the drift to win. Like all sorts of crazy stuff. No, we're not gonna do that. But now, when the level's finished, pressing start takes the user back to the level select screen. So, what is that? When finished. Okay, so how do I know when I'm finished? Right now, the end cinematic will be epic drift. Yeah. Be like even more drift. So how do I move backward? Sorry. How do I know that I'm in? So would this be a system? No, this would not be a system. This is the input handler. So we have our input handler. Here's our input handler, and when we're in play mode, so we need to play. So play input handler, .rs. When we're in play mode and we get the end screen, like we have to then know like if we won, so we have to track to see if we won. So we're gonna have to have a little bit of state in here. So obstruct play input handler. So like, did we win? So did we win? Like player one. Like one. We can do even one state. This is going to start as a Boolean, which means we also need the event, an event receiver. which is a receiver, which takes in an event. All right, so we're gonna take in an event manager. We're gonna return a self. So our initial one state is gonna be false. But we're also gonna have this event receiver. We're going to subscribe to the following events. Event 1. Okay, so that will give us the new of this. Okay, so we're going to store that away. And then when we're in... So what methods? Okay, we have update here. So we need to... We now are going to run update on this. So we're going to have a run on this. So we're going to have an update to update our internal state to see whether or not we've won or not. So let's do a let's see. We're gonna do an if let okay. We're gonna get the event. But in this case, we want event 1. So if let okay event 1 equals self dot the event receiver, we're gonna try rec v out of this. Okay, so we know we won now. If we won, self dot one state equals true. And that's all we're now setting for this. Then update comes here and we say self dot play input handler dot update like that. Okay, nice. Then I want to, for handle controller input, if I press start, let's say, and we're in play, then we're going to go into play input handler to handle the input. Hub function. Now I have the sender elsewhere, but this should probably now be like tracking those other things too. So right now we have these things are happening here. It's like if we're in play, match the button, and then send these. So really want to do a hub function handle controller input. We're gonna take in a button, which is it a reference to a button or is it a button? It's just a full button, so we're gonna take ownership of it. And I think that's all I need. Do I need context? No. We're just sending these events out. So that's all I need. Sure, let's send a result. Then what we do is we match on this button. So cut you out. And you happen here. So we match on button. And then down here, we're gonna return okay. Okay, that does mean we need an event sender here. So event sender is a sender. Sends events out. So we're not only subscribing to something, we are also registering to send out. Then, okay, so that allows us to event send. Button, we need to pull you in. And command, we need to pull you in. And then finally, if we have a button start, that our command equals, so this is actually going to be a navigation. We're going to navigate to. So let's see what that's going to be. Self.event sender, send, it's going to be the event. Navigating to, and then a navigation screen. So navigation screens, and let's go back to level select. So that's where we're gonna go. Okay, so you're happy here. Why are you saying that's not happening? Self.event sender. Field is never read. Oh, because this, yeah, that's why. Okay, so then down here, we're gonna do the play input handler dot handle input controller, hand it that button, and then comma. Let's see, match arms. Oh, we need the button. Navigation screens, play. Oh yeah, we don't care about you. Question mark. So I think I can quit out too early right now. Yeah, I can just come back here right away. I mean, that's not a problem. Although, like, it's not really a pause screen. But I'm done. I love the fact that, like, nope, song's playing forever. You can't get rid of, you can't get away from the sound. Okay, so what I do want to do is inside of here, if we press start, we want to check to see if self.oneState, then we're doing this. Otherwise, we'd send like a pause, like a pause event or something like that. What this does mean is that if you're playing this game and you want to go back to level select, and you can't beat the level because of one reason or another, it's too bad. You can't. You can press start all you want. You have to beat this level before you're allowed to come back. But come back to here. When the level is finished, pressing start takes the user back to the level script. Select screen. Okay, so we have that. That's working. That's perfect. So that means pressing Dark Souls 5. Even Dark Souls will allow you to quit the game before you finish the game. So are we more Dark Souls than Dark Souls because you can't even quit unless you win? Darker Souls. We're Darker Souls. Let's see. Pressing start after winning takes us back to the darkest soul. The darkest timeline for the darkest soul. Okay. Pressing start after winning takes us back to the select level screen. Okay. So there is that. We did a ton today. We finished this entire issue. All of these things. Okay, fine. I'll fix you here. So we did a ton of these things today. This was a great long stream. Which means there's almost nothing for us to do besides moving on to editing. Now there's probably some like bugs and like playing that we're gonna find that we have to like fix in like the play section. But like the majority of like, hey, we can fall, we can move left and right, we can jump. All of those are gonna be we're gonna figure those out. So let's go ahead and push these up. And you get to be closed down. All right, so everything is good there. There were no warnings. Oh, there is one warning. Because we're not using these entity states here. Now wait half a year for marketing? Well, wait a second. If there's anything I've learned from the game industry, I'm supposed to start marketing like I was supposed to start marketing before I started building it. And then I can just like have delays upon delays. I'm thinking like E3 got to make a showing this year for E3. Has it already happened? Maybe next year. Then like the next 5 E3s, we can like talk about how far along we are. Do any of you know any good marketing companies to make like a real life like simulation? Like I think we need real actors to like play somebody running through, so that way we can make sure there's nothing about the game in the trailer. Like no real life in the trailer. Then we can hype the thing up. E3 is in a few weeks. Okay, I still have time to announce it. Oh, this is great. I think I should try to get center stage. Do you know any celebrities that would be willing to like go out on stage and you know hype this up for me? I'm guessing Keanu Reeves is a little bit gun shy about that now after his last one. Okay, I'm done making fun of inside jokes at other game studios. Okay, so we're all done here. This has been pushed up. Oh, we fixed this. Okay, so fixed a warning. There you go. That's all pushed. I do have this code. Do I have a command for this code? I should if I don't. That's not the window. I don't have the command for this code. Let's do command for bang code. Message. The code for this is right here. This is the issues. Okay, everybody cool down. Wait, once every 300 seconds. Okay, so that code has been added, which means I can now do bang code. If you want to take a look at this, that is where this code exists. It is all open source. It's made with Rust and GGEZ is the game engine and a custom ECS library. It is past 12, so I am really hungry. So I think I need to go grab lunch and probably like relax my vocal cords for the rest of the day. But tomorrow I'm gonna be back at 7 a.m. Mountain Time to continue working on this. Probably going to the editor side unless I find any more bugs in the meantime. And that's going to be really interesting. We're going to put like new platforms down, jump around them, see how that works. So anyways, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you are still here from the raids, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to do a raid with somebody else in a second. But if you like this and you want to get notified when I go live, go ahead and hit that follow button. And I would love to hang out with you in future streams that I do.